a job, knocking down honeysuckle, sumac, rose bushes, different thorny bushes and trees, you know, invasive species. Trying to open up a property more for a homeowner. He wants to be able to enjoy his property more. Obviously, it's kind of hard when you got hedgerows of honeysuckle and other stuff throughout the property, but also so is maple and ash and birch trees, which are more native to the Northeast and Vermont. Allow them to be able to breathe more and also get more water and sunlight for them. Just allow them to have healthier lives. So I'm slowly going through knocking these. Currently I'm in a dense area of honeysuckle, knocking this all down. Just slowly knocking it all down. Turning it into mulch. For those of you that don't know, this is actually very beneficial to the environment. It doesn't only just clear the land, but it also, by mulching all this up and getting it into fine little bits like I am right now, it helps it break down a lot quicker than your traditional. If a tree fell in the woods and, you know, was left to rot slowly into the ground, it would take obviously quite a while, but by doing this, it speeds up that process quite a bit, so it allows the nutrients that was in plant growth and tree growth that got mulched. It allows that nutrients to go back into the soil, giving back that nutrients to further help with soil health. It also can cut down on the tick population. Here in the Northeast, we have a lot of ticks, so it's very beneficial. And on, you know, on banks, if you have brush on a bank that you'd like to clear, it's actually beneficial there because it can help with, since there's a good enough matting of mulch when you're all said and done, it helps with soil erosion. So it has actually a number of benefits for the environment. Whoop. A very slow winter here in Vermont and in the Northeast in general, but I know it's been a pretty slow winter in the U.S. in general, to be honest, except for a few small areas. These last 3 winters here in the Northeast, it's like winter never even showed up. You know, we're almost done with February, going into March, and here in southern Vermont, we didn't even get a storm this year that was a foot of snow in a single storm. I think the biggest we had was 6, 7, maybe 8 inches, but I'm pretty sure it was like 6 or 7 inches we got. That was our biggest of the season, which is crazy to think, because we've had winters where you'll get a foot, say Monday. You'll get 6 inches, say, Thursday, and by Saturday and Sunday at the end of the week, you get 2 feet of snow. So it's very, very odd these last 3 winters, that haven't really gotten any snow. It's been weird. Very weird. It's too bad, because I love skiing, I love snowmobiling, I also love plowing snow, but all 3 of those things, you need a fair amount of snow to be able to enjoy. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe next winter. Maybe next winter. March doesn't seem to be bringing wintry temps or wintry precip. It looks like there might be a few things here and there on the lighter side in the beginning of March, but then it starts to warm up. And then we're off to the races, I guess. Trying to figure out how this spring and summer is going to go. Last year it was, for the most part, average to slightly below average temperatures with well above average precip. Had a ton of rainfall. So, who knows? National Weather Service put out an outlook saying this year it was going to be very hot and very wet. So, we'll see what that all entails. Maybe they'll get it wrong. Maybe it'll be average. Is it so hard to get an average season anymore, whether it's winter or spring or not spring, sorry, summer? Personally, I wish we could just skip spring all entirely. The first half of spring in Vermont's brutal. It's just so soft. It's all the frost melting and snow melting running off the mountains. It's just so soft. You can't hardly even walk across your lawn, let alone put any equipment on anything. I don't know. I always tell people, I say, if you want to get paid when you're wrong more than 70% of the time, you should be one of two things: a meteorologist or a politician. And that's about as close to the truth as you're gonna get. I must say, these little Indeco mulchers, well, I shouldn't say little, because they do ones for medium and, small, medium, and, I guess they kind of get, no, they don't really get into the large excavator. They kind of cap off, I think, around the 40,000 pound range, but, so that's about medium. But, I mean, even the ones on the minis, like this is a IMH4 model for a 10,000 pound excavator. And I must admit, these are pretty nice. All these guys, you know, a lot of guys say, oh, you gotta go with a Fecon, you gotta go with an FAE. But for an excavator, I gotta say, these are very nice, and you save a bit of money. Unfortunately, the skid steer models, they require a very large quantity of hydraulic flow, so most machines you can't necessarily run with an Indeco mulcher on the front of a track machine or anything. Like our Cat 289 is got high flow and everything, and that's 32 gallons a minute, and that I believe it's 35 to 38 gallons a minute you need to run an Indeco, or maybe it's 32 on up, but 32 to 35 or 32 to 38, somewhere in there. So that's out of the question. But then, you know, stuff like FAE and Econ and some others are a lot better. So when it comes time to get a mulcher for our 289, I dare say it's not going to be an Indeco, unfortunately. I honestly like their mulchers. They're very, very well built, very simple. They're a lot less than certain brands. So, and they hold up. I've had this one for a year. Obviously the back there looks like it's been put through hell, but I also have a lot of rocks I put the mulcher up against. I try not to get the teeth near the rocks, so that's why this part here is pretty worn out. Is I use that kind of as a stop, so I don't hit any rocks, because I don't want to do any damage to the internals of the mulcher, and I want to be able to get my teeth to last as long as they can. But that's why the back here looks like it's been dropped a million times. The rest of it's, besides needing a wash right now, it's actually got little to no scratches on it. But yeah. But these mulchers are made down in Milford, Connecticut, right off 95, which I like, because it's kind of nice having someone manufacturing equipment right in the Northeast. And they do a good job. They do a good job. They do a good job. One other thing I found is when you put your dozer blade down on your excavator, it raises you up about, you know, 1.5 to 2 feet. It allows you to get just a little bit more, just a little bit more reach on your tree. So when you top it like I just did, you only have to put typically a much smaller amount of the top of the tree actually gets on the ground to be mulched, when the rest of it you can just come right down like I'm doing. But you want to try to mulch down as best as you can, because once you get something on the ground, it's a lot harder to get it to mulch and break down, so it's fine. That's why I put the dozer blade down. I get a couple feet extra in bite and reach, so it saves, some cases it can save 5-10 minutes on a gooder. Gooder. Yeah, boy, I'm sharp as a tack today. On a slightly bigger tree. This particular mulcher can do 6 inches in diameter on down. However, if you find certain softwoods or trees that are more on the rotten side, I've done stuff that's upwards of 8 inches in diameter, and this will mulch it right down. So it's pretty nice. It's a nice little mulcher. Hopefully the camera quality is good and it's kind of even level on my head. This is the first time I'm doing footage within the cab. I gotta get a bigger excavator. I need more storage. I got my GoPro case, my drone case, some more GoPro, stuff in there. My beets, water, my lunch bag. I need a bigger excavator. Need a manufacturer to come out with a cubby just for storing cameras. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute so I can throw my drone up, get some aerial shots of the mulcher at work. Last time I was here, you had a bunch of brush piles all out in here. Open that up. So now I'm just pushing my way through all this hedgerow. I mean, I gotta go from that meadow over basically to the road embankment. So quite a bit of hedgerow, as you can see. Quite a bit. Oh, come on. Throw the drone up, get some more shots. Well, I'm nearly to the road. Thanks for watching and have a great day.